The iconic Lambretta just got better. Welcome to Makina Moto Features. This is the Lambretta X200.
Waiting, watching the clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over.
The all-new Lambretta X200 is now 85% metal compared to the old V200. Yung engine neto ngayon is made from what is now regarded as a moto mecca in Asia. The engine is now made in Thailand by a company called GPX. This is good because GPX and Lambretta are now actually partners, so this is not a case of outsourcing. Their interests with each other have now more meat. So before, the V200, the engine there was being done by SYM. Mas supplier yung dating ni SYM doon. Right now, Lambretta is partly owned by GPX. GPX is the one making the engine. So iba naman relationship nun. Because Lambretta and GPX is now as one, you can really say that Lambretta is making their own engines because yung may-ari is the one making the engine. They have shares with that, no? It's not a supplier setup anymore. It's an ownership with one of the really great engine makers from Thailand. And honestly, there's a lot of respect through the years already with bikes made in Thailand. You got a lot of the premium brands coming out of that country already. So there's the kampante factor with Thailand-made scoots. The X200 has a single-cylinder 4-stroke 4-valve fuel-injected engine. Nasa 184.7cc tayo, giving 18.3 horses and 16.5 Newton-meters of torque.
The days are last to come. Would you even care?
We also have an upgraded double arm link suspension. You can adjust the preload of the front and rear shocks up to 7 levels. For our brakes, we have dual channel ABS.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. Get home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired, and I'm just tired and bored of myself. Hey there, baby, use just a little. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without.
Here we go. We have the all-new Lambretta X200. We've been riding this all day yesterday. It's a pretty fun bike. One of the things that I noticed with this compared to the V200 is the balance. I don't know, it just feels more balanced. Just the weight distribution is just better in that way. Now, if you look at the lines and the design of this is a neoclassic scoot. This is Lambretta saying that they are moving forward, but you still have the cues of Lambretta, unmistakable. The headlight, the fender, of course, the whole side profile, unmistakable. It is Lambretta. However, it is Lambretta with a twist. It is now Lambretta with eyes on the future. Now, with this particular X200, one of the things that I really like is the color. This type of yellow, now I'm not a big fan of yellow. It has to be a special kind of yellow for me to really like it. Now this yellow is a creamy type of yellow. It's like a banana yellow. If you're looking at it through the camera, it's not giving it, justice. Kasi sa camera, it's just a bit more saturated. But when you're looking at it in person, it's just that type of yellow that, hey, I'm gonna dig that. Tires come stock with IRC. Very decent tires, pretty good brand as well. We have 12s at the front, 12s at the rear. It is thinner out in front at 120, thicker at the rear with 130. So one of the things that I also like is this double arm link suspension out in front. I feel that this is also contributing to the balance of the scoot, and it is also upping the performance in the sense that this whole scoot, it's a new frame. It's very rigid. So you got stiff suspension at the rear and the front. But this, when I'm talking about stiff, it's the good kind of stiff. It's the sporty type of stiff. This is the type of suspension that when you're hugging the corners, you can really stick to the corners, of course, with good tires. You can really stick to the corners, really hug the corners nice and tight, and you won't feel any twisting because, again, the suspension in conjunction with the new frame of the X200 is just really, really solid. Really, really fun bike. In terms of the seat, you have two textures. As you can see in the butt area, you have this, and you got pretty good quality here as well. In terms of the foam out in front, it is very, very generous for the driver. It's gonna stiffen out at the back part. And then for the pillion, it's actually got some generous foam as well. So, angkasable siya, komportable na rin. And the butt area is pretty good too. Now, in terms of our gauge, it is a mix of the old and the new. So to fire it up, just press it, twist to the right. There you go. So when I say mix of the old and the new, you got some analog over here for the RPM, and you got digital at the bottom. If I were to nitpick, well, it's not really an imperfection in that sense. I mean, this is functioning fine, but if I may have a suggestion, maganda sana kung the lower part will be TFT. I mean, in line with Lambretta's move with their whole look into the future type of design, if this small part here would be TFT, that would be really, really nice. Feeling ko bagay na bagay siya. Especially, I think that small TFT displays are really, really cool. So maybe in the future, they can come up with a TFT display here at the bottom. The whole mix of analog and digital is, I think, really, really fine. Now, in terms of connectivity with gadgets, meron mga motor na bagay yun eh. But I feel like the Lambretta maybe we can just do without the whole connectivity with gadgets. I don't know, that's just for me. Because you can already buy separates, like yung ibang mga riding aids, you can stick it up there. Like the Chigi monitor doesn't really need you to connect with the scooter or the bike itself. I mean, you can just hook the Chigi to the Lambretta and it'll be fine. Kumbaga sa stock, for me, pag Lambretta, okay lang walang connectivity. I mean, I'm not too bothered by that. Now, with the plastic of the Lambretta for the gauge, I think this is pretty good quality also. Ang ibang mga weakness ng mga ibang scooters, medyo tinitipid nila yung plastic na konting punas mo lang with pranela, gas-gas na agad. This looks to be, I mean, you can feel it naman eh. It's more scratch resistant in my opinion. Now, in terms of the side view mirrors, design-wise, quality-wise, yung bakal, that little look over there, I think is also really, really nice. However, I was looking, trying to find the right spot. Maganda yung tsura niya, I mean, it is katak, it's nice and low profile, diba? Pero pag ginagamit ko na, I'm just seeing the floor here. If I raise it out a bit, I just have to find that sweet spot. I guess it's because of my height. There, I found that sweet spot. You just gotta twist it up a bit. In terms of pinoys and rideability, 2 of my feet are planted on the ground. I have a lot of space as well. That's how much space I have. So full twist to the right will open this one. And this is your access point to the coolant. To access our compartment, it's to the left this time, as so. And then you can open it, and this is what you get. So you got a full face showy helmet over here. No, it cannot fit. Half face helmet. This has a particularly big visor. So with this half face helmet na may visor, di siya kasha. But you can already see that yung mga retro helmets, tanggalin ko tong visor na to, kakasya naman siya. It just so happened this is a very, very big half-face helmet. Medyo napahiya tayo sa gasolinahan dito, di ba? Kasi akala ko twist and open lang to. You cannot. So, dalawa kami ng gas boy, di niya mabuksan. Ako, tinatry ko yung buksan. Sabi ko, nanghihina na ba ako? What is wrong with me? Ba't ko to hindi mabuksan? I was about to grab a monkey wrench, adjustable wrench para buksan na siya. Pero naisip ng gas boy, sir, ano to? So, nung binuksan niya sa pataas, twist, yun, doon mo na siya mabubuksan. So, when you buy this, gagawin naman niya ng Ropali and they will explain everything. Ako kasi ayoko nagbabasa ng manual. I just want to figure things out as I go along. But that's that. The quality of the plastics over here is dead on, pretty good quality. The box that comes with it, this is pretty nice. Tago mo to, di ba? And I like it when manufacturers give thought to these little things. Kasi what's housed here are the keys and the manual. For our keys, we have this. There you go. Pretty nice key too. So keyless na siya. Over here are the other keys that kung wala ito, magagamit mo to. It's with the dealer. So with the key, kung hindi mo dala yung remote, you can just slide this open like so. Put this thing down. and you can use this key to manually start it. That's what it looks like. Okay, let's take a listen. Safety in the side stand. That's our sound. Busina. Alam ba yan, di ko pala ito natatanggal. I was riding with this thing on. And that's our lights. And that's your pass for the signal. There you go. LED as well. Signal light is incorporated with the tail light. That's so retro looking. It's really, really nice tail. And the brakes, there you go. Now looking at the controls and our switches, if there's anything here that I would say is not up to par with the rest of the quality of the bike, I would say would be on the regular side, would be these switches. Everything here is like super primo, super high-end, gandang pintura, maganda, maayos, the molding, all of that is set right. But when you look at here, this looks a bit on the regular side. It's not taking anything away from the bike. I'm just saying I have seen much prime switches, so maybe that can be considered too, upping the game in the switches. The grips are so nice too. It's nice and ribbed. Malagkit siyang hawakan, magandang kapit, and it looks great. Bar end is also great. Details on the Lambretta right there, really good. Quality of the levers are also nice. Tambucho wise, it's also pretty clean, as you can see. Also on this side, you will see that there is our little badge, Lambretta.
Mommy, Daddy, look at me. I went to school and I got a degree. All my friends call me.
I am elated that this iconic brand is still around and rolling about. Lambretta has such a rich heritage. The all-new X200 has a lot going for it. From dual-channel ABS, the upgraded suspension, the quality in the finish and upholstery, those little details in the attention given to it. Husay siya. All that and the improved rideability and practicality offered by modern tech.
Buttered. Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin? Excuse me.
Do remember you can ride Lambrettas over at the Test Ride Consortium happening October 19 and 20 at the Bridgetown destination in Pasig. We have over 75 bikes that you can try. Try before you buy, I always say. And while you're at it, you can also avail to up to 70% off in the Makina Moto Bazaar on selected items, of course. It's going to be a great weekend. I'll see you guys there. This is Zach from Makina Moto Features. Ciao.